George Zimmerman, the man that killed Trayvon Martin back in 2012 in Florida, a young African American teenager, he finds himself back into the news and the media for the wrong reasons, right? He loves the spotlight, he has a desire for it, and now he's running out of money, sources say. So Zimmerman decides to sell the gun that he killed Trayvon with on UnitedGunGroup.com, which, on another note, that company should be ashamed of themselves to even be affiliated, associated with this sick individual named George Zimmerman. Getting back to Zimmerman, he decides to auction off the gun. On Wednesday, it was said that someone made the offer, the final offer, and it was $138,000, right? So right now they're just verifying the funds, right? But that's that's sick as well too, to say, you know what, I'm gonna buy that gun. That's a piece of American history. I'm gonna buy the gun. I'm gonna spend all that money and treasure it, right? I'm gonna treasure this prize. That's not a prize. That's that's damn sure not a prize. That's a gun that killed somebody. Why would you? I know there's people out there that buy guns illegally, and those guns could have been used to kill someone. But you know who the person that was killed. It was a big story, not just nationally, but internationally. And right now, there's a big movement right now, Black Lives Matter, and you know, people are just tired of being tired, of not having justice, not their voices being heard. And again, this is a story I don't really like talking about, but it needs to be talked about, right? I did an article on my website last night, the Smith Tribune, where I went into detail the gun, the auctioneer, companies that did not want to be affiliated with George Zimmerman because it went against their ethics and their morale. So they said, no, we can't do business with you. This is not who we are. And I commend those gun companies for that. But to profit off of murder, you were just acquitted for murder. Why can't George Zimmerman just live his life? But he can't do that because he's mentally sick. And what I talk about in my article is that George Zimmerman, he reminds a lot of us of O.J. Simpson. And the reason why I say that is because George Zimmerman and O.J., they were acquitted for murder. And again, if the glove didn't fit, we must acquit, right? You must acquit from Johnny Cochran, right? So he was acquitted. Allegedly, he murdered his wife and the boyfriend, right? OJ. So almost not the same situation, but I just feel like there's a resemblance, meaning you reap what you sow. So you got away with murder. You were acquitted for manslaughter and second degree murder, but then you can't just lay low and just do your thing and maybe write a book, do something. But no, you want to get into domestic violence disputes with your wife and just find a way back in in the media, because you feel like you can beat the system, right? And the justice system, we all know, they failed. They failed big time. They failed Trayvon Martin. They failed his family, his friends, and the community itself. So, you know, with George Zimmerman, I think this man definitely needs help, and he's not gonna get it. With O.J. Simpson it was the same thing. He felt invincible, just like George Zimmerman feels invincible. I can do whatever I want to do, and there's no consequences to my actions, right? But with O.J. Simpson, we see how it all played out. Now, with O.J., he's doing about 33 years in jail in Las Vegas for the crime that he committed. So people were asking me, it was like, do you see George Zimmerman murdering again, killing someone again? I said, absolutely. Absolutely. Because he got away with murder and he hasn't learned from his lessons. He hasn't learned that, you know what? You're not invincible. You got off once, okay. Thank God for that and move on, right? And like I said, keep low, stay low. Keep a low profile. But they were saying he's running out of money, so he's desperate. So this was his last resort to gain some money, and he's gonna get the money, and he's probably gonna blow it, right? George Zimmerman is definitely gonna blow that money. It ain't for no causes that he believes in. I think it's all bullcrap, and it's just a way that he doesn't want to feel, you know, like he's doing something wrong or unethical, right? And to blame the parents on they haven't raised their son right. I think that was a terrible, terrible comments and remarks to them. And again, it's throwing dirt on Trayvon Martin's name. And let him rest in peace. He was a young kid with his future ahead of him. Just because you had no future, just because Zimmerman, didn't see a way out of his circumstances, doesn't mean you just go out there and be a vigilante and take someone else's life. You know, and I think people are still not over this situation, still not over the killing, still not over the justice system. Saying he wasn't guilty. Yes, it was a jury of his peers. Come on, guys, we know what it's all about. So I want to know what you guys think, and did it disturb you guys when you heard about it, when you read about it, when you saw CNN or HLN or CNBC, and they said George Zimmerman is auctioning off the gun, the murder weapon where he killed Trayvon with? I want to know what you guys think, because I know when I heard it, I was appalled. I was sad at the same time, because I was like, man, you go that far, and I'm even upset it even made the news, right? So let me know what you guys think.